This is a Fox News alert, a crushing blow for Democrats who had hoped against hope. The Associated Press has called Florida's 6th district race for Republican Randy Fine, and in minutes, the polls will close for Florida's 1st congressional district. In 1 hour, the polls will close in Wisconsin's pivotal Supreme Court race between radical Susan Crawford and conservative Brad Schimmel.
The judge race will decide whether the Wisconsin districts get redrawn. They're going to try to gerrymander Wisconsin to remove 2 Republican seats. And as you know, the House is currently Republican by a razor-thin margin, which means that losing this judge race has a good chance of causing Republicans to lose control of the House. If you lose control of the House, there will be nonstop impeachment hearings.
You bet there will be. Joining me now, Byron, New York, chief political correspondent for the Washington Examiner and a Fox News contributor. Also with me, Ned Ryun, founder and CEO of American Majority. Byron, now, this will impact the control of Congress, undoubtedly. Elon Musk didn't get involved in this for nothing.
No, as a matter of fact, there's a lot of talk about abortion in Wisconsin. That's a very big deal, so I don't want to downplay that. But redistricting is really huge. Right now, the Wisconsin congressional delegation is 6 Republicans and 2 Democrats. And Democrats really, really, really want to change that. Cases are going to come, redistricting cases are going to come before the Supreme Court, and that's where a Democratic, we know this is nonpartisan, but a Democratic victory would really help them.
Ned, people think Supreme Court race, state, doesn't matter. And Republicans have historically not turned out to vote in these elections. But, man, between Scott Presler, Trump's robocalls, and Elon Musk, I mean, if Republicans pull out a victory here, all 3 of them deserve the credit for it.
Yeah, and I would add there's some really great Wisconsin donors who have put a lot of money into it. And we've been up there, actually, Laura, with American Majority Action, about 2 million voter contacts the last couple of months. But this is a national referendum. The left kind of stole a march on us. We thought it was going to be a $50 million race total, turned into a $100 million race, about $60 million of that for Crawford, and about 77% of her donations are out of state. So the left fully understood what this was about. If they keep the majority in the state Supreme Court, get to redraw and get 2 more seats, and kind of turn it into a referendum on Trump in total. So I think it's going to be close. We were hoping for at least a 2.3 million turnout to give Schimmel a chance. He's got to be up 30,000 votes going into Milwaukee before they count the Milwaukee votes. So I think it's going to be razor thin. Right now, though, I think he's down by a couple points.
Well, we'll see. It's a big one. Speaking of Scott Presler, who I mentioned, he's trying to flip New Jersey, as Republicans did in Pennsylvania. Of course, New Jersey's the gubernatorial race, Virginia's gubernatorial race in November. Yep. But in 2021, Republican Jack Ciattarelli lost to Phil Murphy, the incumbent governor Democrat, by just over 80,000 votes. Byron, no one thought that was possible, but that was as the Joe Biden-Kamala Harris disaster was unfolding. What does Donald Trump and the Republicans, what do they need to keep in mind as we're getting closer to these important elections?
Well, the entire media narrative from tonight going forward is going to be that voters are expressing their unhappiness with Donald Trump. They regret electing Donald Trump. They want to change. So you're going to see that tonight. You're going to see that in special elections, off-year elections, all the way through the midterm elections. And I think Trump has to treat this as somehow different because this is his second term, but of course it's not his consecutive second term. There's never been one like this, and he's probably going to take a role that we've never seen before.
And Ned, do you agree that part of this messaging about Social Security, they're doing the same thing? You're pushing grandma off the cliff. Remember that Paul Ryan? We pushed that ad. They're kind of doing a version of that now. But sometimes that works, even though that is not on the table, that is not going to be touched. But that's a big push that they're making in Wisconsin tonight.
Well, I think you need to see more Elon Musk and Doge doing interviews and working that narrative. I thought what they did the other night in Wisconsin was spectacular, talking about Social Security numbers and the Medicaid fraud with illegals. But I would add, Laura, to what Byron said. It's not only a narrative battle, but the Republicans need to focus on the fundamentals. They need to do what the Florida Republican Party did for 5 years, which is focus on voter registration, absentee ballot requests, cleaning voter rolls, and then actually investing in absentee ballot chase and early vote projects. Because 2026 is going to be a battle royale. I mean, we have to keep the House, as others have said. if we don't keep the House, Trump's going to get impeached. There's going to be all kinds of investigations. The agenda goes sideways. So focus on the fundamentals while you're fighting the narrative battle.
So they're trying to slow him down in the courts, and they're doing a pretty good job of that. Yeah. They're trying to outmaneuver them with the activism on the ground. But Republicans on the Hill, Byron, 15 seconds, how important it is that they get their act together, stay in, get this job done, and chalk up some victories.
They have to do that. I mean, how long have we been talking about the one big beautiful bill or the two bills?
Oh,
or
my God.
Whatever's going to happen with that. They actually need to pass a law. The president will sign it.
Yeah, and maybe not fight over proxy voting at a key week, okay?
Exactly.
Byron, that was ridiculous. Byron and Ned, thank you both very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.